Hello everybody, today is June 20th, 2024. I have 10 names for you today. It's a little bit more than what I normally do, but well, that's what I got. Anyways, I am a day trader and a swing trader. I base my trading on the 1 day chart, and I take decisions on my entries based upon smaller or shorter time frames between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Do your own due diligence before you trade. This is not financial advice, it's just educational. And if you see any utility on what I'm providing here for you, just leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's start with Amazon. So what I like about Amazon is that you have this support level right here at 190, 189, whatever, 190, and it got rejected here once, twice, and now you have a third time technically that it got rejected. But what I like is the neutrality on the MACD, the TSI, and the RSI. Then you also have this trend line that we can consider a support line as well. In addition to that, you have the SMA 35, which I like to see, or we can actually consider this a support level as well. Anyways, if the price goes over 190, I think that there's definitely going to be room for Amazon just to keep rallying, but just keep an eye on this level right here. It seems to be pretty stubborn. It seems to be like at least the price had some difficulties, as you can see here, breaking this level. So if we mount, I think I personally would get some calls for Amazon. This is a stock I like to trade. I consider, I wouldn't say easy, but it's a little bit, it's safe. You know, the options are not that expensive. This is a name that I like to trade. So just keep an eye on this level. 190 is where your eye should be looking at. I wouldn't bet on a short position here or buying puts or whatever if you get rejected. I would leave it alone. But do what you gotta do what you want. But what I see is we go over 190, I'm buying. Anyways, Salesforce. There's a few things I like about Salesforce in this setup. MACD, TSI, and RSI, they look good. They are under the zero line in these two cases, and the RSI is definitely under 50, so that's a good indication. The MACD line, the TSI lines are about to cross the signals, so that's also good. Then you have this pretty stubborn resistance point, which is what, 143.50, give or take, 143, yeah, 143.50. And I think if we break this level within the next few days, I'm not sure if it's going to happen tomorrow or not. I'm not sure if it's going to get rejected again tomorrow, but if we break tomorrow or in the next few days, there is definitely an opportunity for to make some money here. Definitely we would be entering again a low liquidity area, which is this gap right here, and that would help the price to keep going up to at least 267 to 68, which would be a pretty nice return if you buy some puts. Anyways, I'm just waiting, just like in Amazon, I'm waiting for this level and see what's the behavior of the price, and then make some decisions. I don't know if I'm gonna buy tomorrow or not, but this looks pretty enticing, at least for what I'm seeing today. So that's what I got for Salesforce. Another name that I was buying and then I sold yesterday was JMIA. I'm a little bit intrigued with this, to be honest. I like the fact that we still extended on the MACD and the TSI. They are not very in sync, meaning the MACD and the TSI are behaving a little bit different, which means that the strength of the stock might be recovering. I'm not saying it will. And this doji candle also makes things a little more difficult, in my opinion. So keep an eye on this support level at 720 for a potential bounce on this. If we break this level, you definitely have room to go down to at least 560 or 550, yeah, to the 550 level. So I still like this name. I bought some puts here on Monday and I sold them on Tuesday, by the end of the day, and what happened, I didn't make as much as I thought I was gonna make because I pushed the wrong button when I executed my puts, but I still walked away with a pretty decent amount of money. But anyways, keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this level. Be patient. I wouldn't jump on anything now. Or if you bought puts on this area right here and you still have some cushion as far as percentage wise, I would let it. I would see what happens here. I'm not gonna tell you how to buy or sell because I'm very impatient and I really follow my rules. So normally when I get, just talk about my rules, if I get to 50% or up, I start selling. So that's what happened here, and I got out. And I will talk about another name that I sold today that was over 50%, and I just got out, even though I think it's still gonna run. Anyways, that's what I have for JMIA. Keep an eye on the 720 level. Use this as a support, and then if it breaks, your next support level is the SMA 35. Meta. I'm not even, now that I'm looking at Meta, I don't even know why I mentioned Meta. Anyways, I mentioned Meta back in the beginning of May, over a month ago, when we broke this resistance level. I didn't buy any calls because I was already on Microsoft and I just didn't want to get too heavy into things, but it actually ended up working out at least until this level right here, and then it got kind of flat, bouncing on the SMA 35. Now we are getting out of this and went over the 185 resistance, and looks like we are on a little bit of a bear flag right now. What I like about this is that we might have room to go to 485, and then that might be a good opportunity to buy. But just keep an eye on Meta. It's been moving very bullish. I wouldn't be surprised, and now you see this this level right here, and you break out. So that would be a great thing to see. Anyways, I really don't have much on Meta other than that. Just keep an eye on this one level right here and how this trend is behaving. And I don't consider these calls or puts too expensive, to be honest. What I like about Meta is the consistency on the moves. So just keep an eye on this right here, on these two levels right here, and make decisions based on that. Nike. I also mentioned Nike a while ago, and I mentioned Nike somewhere around here by the end of last month. And I like the fact that the TSI and the MACD were pretty flat, and normally you see some reactions on that. My thesis was, and we could easily break this or fill this gap right here as long as we break this resistance level with momentum. Well, we didn't, but now we're still here, and just keep an eye on the price action mounting the SMA 35. If that happens, it's gonna be, I think, easier to go over 96.50, which is this resistance level, and then you would get into this, into filling this gap. We all know Nike is a great brand. I think this is eventually gonna fill. I don't know when, but just keep an eye on these two factors: SMA 35 and this resistance level at 96.5. And I would definitely get some calls if we get up to this level right here, and hopefully that happens next week. But again, it's been a little bit choppy also, so it could be a little bit of a trap. Just keep an eye on volume, keep an eye on the SMA 35, keep an eye on the support level, and it will be easier to make a decision whether if you want to get in or not. I mentioned this name yesterday, which is NTNX. What was I saying yesterday was to keep an eye on this for a move to the upside. But another thing that I mentioned was what is happening now. That sometimes when you see the MACD and the TSI looking like these lines are going to cross the signal lines, the MACD line or the TSI line are going to cross the signal lines, sometimes they actually lose momentum and then they collapse, or they keep going down again. Seems like that's what is happening here, and you can see it on the EMA 9 and the 20 that they are losing momentum, and now you're still going down, which I think is great. I think there's opportunity to go long here, but not yet. I would wait. The setup is not is not fully, I guess, developed. I think we have this little, which I just put support level at 52, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. I'm probably not gonna say anything about it tomorrow unless there is a dramatic move, but I will keep you posted if I see something. My guess right now is, this is just a guess to be honest, isn't this is gonna continue going down. The volume didn't go up in the last on last Friday, and then on Monday, and then you had Tuesday and today, Thursday, that had a little more bearish volume. So just keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this, I guess, and report on this guy or this name within the next, probably sometime next week. OXY. So this is what I was talking about. I mentioned OXY yesterday, I believe. Did I? Yes, I did. And I bought options yesterday as well. I bought calls, and today it went up at one point almost 3%, and I sold somewhere around here. Not because I was looking at the 1 minute chart, is because right at this area I was hitting about 50% on my options, so I sold them all. Which, even though I think this still has room to keep going up, possibly, I like to be very consistent with my rules, and sometimes I kick myself in the ass, but I don't care. I just like to walk away with what I think is good for me, and I don't know if this continue going up, I might enter again, but just like I did in Shopify in the past. But I think for now I'm very happy with how this played out. What I was mentioning yesterday was this support level right here at 59.18, 59.20, and then how the MACD and the TSA were behaving. That they were pretty much flat under the zero line, kind of the same with RSI that was under 50, and then we saw this move right here. So yesterday I took some calls, and today I sold them, and that is great, I guess. So now you have this resistance level at the SMA 35, and there might be more opportunity if tomorrow we go green and mounts this level right here and keeps going up. I think that this industry or these stocks, the oil petroleum stocks are gonna, or energy stocks are gonna keep going up. So there is definitely opportunity. And you know, again, I sold at 50%. These were, I believe, September calls. So yeah, it sounds like I definitely rushed, but I don't care. I wanna follow my rules and stick with them, and it takes a lot sometimes not to break them. I have a uranium stock, which is an ETF. So this is Global X Uranium ETF. Ticker name is URA. So what I like about this? This segment has actually been moving up again, and sometimes when uranium stocks or whatnot start moving up, they move with a little bit of momentum. I've seen that before, and I'm not saying that it's happening now, but there is definitely something going on. So let me see, I just saw something really quick. I like how this is behaving. I like the fact that the MACD and the TSI are under the zero line, and the MACD and the TSI lines are moving in a bullish fashion. Yet I would wait to go over the 30 level, which is this resistance, or see maybe there's going to be a rejection here, because it could be a situation just like what you see in NTNX, right? That is, it looks like it's gonna turn into the opposite direction, meaning in this case going bullish, and it doesn't happen. So there is where I am with URA. So just wait. I'm just gonna wait for this level right here, and by then I'm probably gonna see the EMA, the SMA, and the MACD and the TSI are gonna be painting a different picture, and then I will make a decision on this. Let's see how this. So it's not very liquid. I was just looking at this chart, and I was looking only at the 1 minute chart. So it's not very liquid. So you would probably have to execute in the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So that is a risk that you will be taking. So if you don't like to trade like that, then don't get on this name, because if you trade in the middle of the day, it's not going to execute. That's it. So, but you have more volume in the beginning of the day and a little bit more at the end of the day. So that would be my suggestion. So you will have to need more commitment to get, or I would probably need more commitment to get into this. But I like what I see on the chart. It might be worth actually getting into. But again, I'm just gonna wait. And then I have another ETF, which is XLI. So I really like this setup. The reason for this is because it's consolidating here. Let me see the weekly. Yeah. Nice. Anyways, I love the consolidation here. I love that it's in this range between 126.40 and 120.40 or 120.50. It's been bouncing here in this level since, we can argue, February. So for the most part of the year, it's been between 120 and 50 cents and 126.40. So now it's bouncing on the SMA, which just like it did here, and I would wait until going over 126, or maybe I would try to anticipate the move, considering that the MACD and the TSI factors that I like to see as well are already crossing the signal lines. So I actually like this name. Let's see, because I haven't checked this in a while. It's pretty liquid. So yeah, calls wouldn't hurt. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow and see how this behaves, or maybe Monday, and probably get into this tomorrow by the end of the day, or Monday with, I don't know, I really don't know, but my guess right now, probably September calls, and then I would execute them after a week or so. But anyways, that's all I have. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.